we have started for the practice session, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, we can hear you. So now we are on the stage.
So good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to all present here. And thank you, speakers, for your time. As we are gathering here for IEEE site chair meetings, and so we have audience also started joining. So we'll start with the about site video, small 3-minute video session that will be there, and then with a short note on the startup, and then we'll continue with the talk. I think we are on time. Should we start, ma'am, now? All right.
Let's get us started. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone present here once again, respected judges and all the audience. So as you all know that we have gathered here for this very important meeting related to site, which actually contributes the theme of IEEE. And with this meeting, we'll try to focus more onto it, how we can leverage and understand about the site. We have a small video that I'll just walk you through. I'll take 3 minutes of your time to walk you through a small video about site. Then we'll again move ahead.
SITE stands for Special Interest Group on Humanitarian Technology. It's a community of engineers who are passionate about solving local problems leveraging technology solutions.
While we think that technology has made a big impact on humanity and we cry about not having flying cars by 2015 and all that, unfortunately, most people don't even have a light bulb and will not have a light bulb even by 2030.
Our volunteers are actively working on projects in several sectors, including energy, healthcare, sanitation, communication, and education, and several others.
SITE provides a structured way of executing a humanitarian project, and it also provides the necessary resources to help us to drive such initiatives.
Things that SITE Group might do are deploying technology projects such as internet, communication technology, health technology, energy access, water access, things that actually can enable a better quality of life for people and can also become a long-term project in the future.
Being part of SITE, it really makes me feel so great because one of my passions is really seeing my ideas connecting my ideas with communities.
But you just really like to see the community get turned on by it and volunteers getting a lot of, personal benefit from it. And I think there's so much you can actually generate that not only enables the community, but they feel part of the process. We're not there to impose technology, we're there to work with them. And seeing that transformation is very rewarding.
So I always wanted my education to mean something more than just, doing a day job that pays my checks. I wanted to see how my background in engineering and other things could have an impact that can make somebody's life better.
IEEE is a premier technical organization, so we can always tap into our resources, which other humanitarian organizations do not have, in my opinion.
I wouldn't get this opportunity from my regular employer, for instance. So I think that's a wonderful experience.
I'd love to see the rest of the IEEE community embrace SITE, get involved with SITE, make it part of all their conferences, showcase the SITE projects, get aware of what projects and how they're transforming communities. But at the end of the day, it's transforming the people who are doing it too.
SITE stands for Special.
All right. So thank you once again, everyone joining in here. So I'll quickly once again highlight on the discussion that we'll have in around today. So, which will be focused on opportunities in volunteering and funding, how we can plan, initiate site group collaborative activities, and plan for site day celebration. How to form and sustain new site groups, challenges that you are facing across your local regions, and then volunteering training process and guidance. So now we'll quickly move ahead with the session. So on board we have the speakers, professionals through the globe who are part of IEEE volunteering also. I'll introduce Professor Lang Sung, who is currently IEEE Region 10 Director, and he will just give some insights on this opening day. Over to you, Professor Lang Sung.
Okay, thank you so much for the invitation. First of all, it's really so pleasing to see the video, and in particular, some of the persons I know, say for example, like Kartik, like Sampav, they have been started with some project involved with site, and they also serve as a chair of the IEEE Humanitarian Activities Committee chair as well. And also currently, the chair of the IEEE board, Herbert as well. So I have been asked, first of all, I bring you greetings from beautiful Yokohama, Japan. And I thank you for Mohammed as the chair of the 2023 IEEE site. And Imi Yano-san, the chair of the Region 10 Humanitarian Technologies Activities Committee. And Deepak Mathur, the past Region 10 the director, and also the IEEE VP-elect MG8, and Professor Jajija, the chair of the IEEE Region 10 Membership Development Committee, and also co-chair of the 2023 Region 10 Humanitarian Technology Committees conference in October this year. And fellow IEEE members, volunteers, and chairs of the IEEE Region 10 site groups. And thank you for the invitation to say a few words in today's meeting. And my only two words, to start off with, thank you. And thank you for your volunteering service and contribution towards the IEEE Special Interest Group in Humanitarian Technologies, bringing benefits to your community. The mission and vision of the IEEE site groups are to benefit the underserved communities with technologies through the development of sustainable solutions for future development. And within IEEE Region 10, the mission of the humanitarian technology activities is to inspire professionals and engineers to become socially responsible and be engaged in developing the technological solutions, which are cost-effective and sustainable, improve the living conditions and livelihood of people, thus making a difference in people's lives. And the keywords in the above statements are making a difference. So the Region 10 site groups should be challenged with this question. What differences are we making in the lives of the people that we are serving so as to improve their living conditions using sustainable technologies? So in 2023, under the capable leadership of Amy Yano-san and a team of dedicated members from Indonesia, India, Sri Lanka, Japan, China, Thailand, and Australia, they are proposing a range of projects to achieve the goals. And activities include engagement projects, supporting funds, Region 10, the HTC Change Makers, Visibility Enhancement, and HTA Awards. And I will leave the rest to Amy and the team to provide the details. On another note, IEEE focus in 2023 is the response to the challenge of climate change. You can refer to the website climatechange.ieee.org for details and relevant resources. It is recognized that climate change is a global crisis, and we must commit ourselves to help combat and mitigate the effects of climate change through pragmatic and accessible technical solutions and providing engineers and technologists with a neutral space for discussion and action. So on this basis, site is suitable to help to achieve the objectives through networking of the local volunteers and partners, working with the local communities. And success will be achieved through the partnership with the communities, government organizations, NGOs, schools, hospitals, companies, and relevant stakeholders. I'd like to draw your attention to the 6-point plan proposed by our IEEE President, Professor Saifa Rahman, to combat the climate change. Energy efficiency, battery energy storage, renewables, nuclear power, cross-border energy transfer, and carbon sequestration. Well, obviously, all these are not appropriate for site groups, but they should be carefully considered for the applicability and the suitability. And some of the examples of the synergy could be projects on the energy efficiency, utilizations of renewables, innovative energy storage, etc. So that's fit very nicely into the objectives and the technologies used by the site groups. So hence, the success of relevant site projects will contribute towards the IEEE goals to combat the climate change. In addition, Region 10 is also holding a robotic competition with the theme of robots for managing climate change for a better world. So this will be another opportunity for the site group to work on projects that utilize robotic technologies to address the challenge of climate change. I believe I have said enough on this, and I will leave the rest of the time to my eminent colleagues and speakers. And once again, I would like to say thank you. I urge you to consider yourself to make a difference to the community around you through the site group you're leading. And again, I wish all of you success with your site projects, and thank you. Have a good day. Thank you. Now I'll pass it back to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable words. Of course, thank you once again for highlighting the various opportunities that we can look around and create a long-term difference in the lives of people. So here's a small token of appreciation we have, sir, for you. Please accept it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So moving ahead, we have again, I take this pleasure to welcome Professor Muhammad Izzadi, who is the current chair IEEE Site Steering Committee 2023. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much for the invitation. It's my real pleasure to take part in this event organized by Region 10. I don't know if you can see my screen. I'm trying to share the slide deck.
Yes, the screen.
Okay,
yes.
Can you see the slide deck? Okay. Sure. Okay. I'm very happy, as I said, to take part in this IEEE HTV Site Region 10 Chairs meeting. And the idea here is to present the different initiatives, programs we have within this group at IEEE. So a quick introduction to IEEE HTV Site, which is inspiring, connecting, and empowering IEEE volunteers to carry out impactful humanitarian technology activities, as it was explained in the former presentations. I was really impressed by the impactful project initiatives and activities you have within Region 10. Establishing the IEEE Humanitarian Technology Board, some insight about this initiative. So in November 2022, so it's very recent, the IEEE Board of Directors approved to establish the HAC, the Humanitarian Activity Committee, as the IEEE Humanitarian Technology Board. The elevation of HAC to a new board reflects the steadily growing numbers of IEEE site membership across the world. We have also the increasing number of project proposals, funded project teams, IEEE members who indicate an interest in humanitarian programs at IEEE when they join the association or renew their annual membership. So nearly 30% of all active IEEE members and 60% of active IEEE student members indicated that during the either joining or renewing their membership. So the IEEE leaders have now provided the structure and resources to expand upon HAC's significant achievements in its 11 years of existence. Humanitarian activities are important to IEEE members and will be part of IEEE's identity for years to come. So you can have more information about the activities, programs of the HTB through the website, which is shown at the bottom of this slide. So look at, IEEE Humanitarian Technology Board, so vision and mission. So in terms of vision, IEEE volunteers around the world carrying out and supporting impactful humanitarian technology activities at local level. The mission of the board is that to support impactful and ethically informed volunteer-led initiatives, programs and projects, and mutually beneficial partnerships, as well as to inform policy formulation that harness technology and innovation to address societal challenges, including disaster recovery in a responsive, effective, and sustainable way. So we have seen, I think, several examples of projects that respond and are aligned with the vision and mission we have here. There are also several areas of particular technical interest for HTBs. You have a few of them listed here, such as agriculture technology, climate sustainability technology, information and communication technology, including rural communications and connecting the unconnected, sustainable power technology, water sanitation hygiene technology, WASH, other technologies to address pressing community needs. You have here a few programs within IEEE in framework of global humanitarian technology efforts, such as IEEE Smart Village, the Empower a Billion Lives, which is targeting to help electrify rural areas around the world. EPICS, which is engineering project in community service. Move Community Outreach Initiative, which is mainly in the USA. Have also the IEEE site and the IEEE Reach, which is mainly focused on education. So IEEE is committed to advancing technology for the benefit of humanity, which is the motto of IEEE since a very long time. So through IEEE's diverse humanitarian and philanthropic programs, there are many opportunities to contribute to improving the human condition worldwide. Together, we can leverage the strength and reach of the IEEE networks to make a difference. Well, we have also within the IEEE HTB programs committee, we have the IEEE site, or IEEE is a special interest group on humanitarian technologies, which is targeting to foster a network of technically trained volunteers around the world. So IEEE site is a popular feet on the ground initiative operating as an HTB program, as it was mentioned. So site's global network of volunteers partner with underserved communities and local organizations to leverage technology for sustainable development. So we have here some figures regarding the number of members and also the countries where we are present. So there are about, let's say, 40,000 individual site members in 130 countries, from whom we have 65% student members or graduate student members. And the membership grew by over 50% in the last year and is up 13% during this year so far. So site encourages members to form groups to learn about sustainable development, build relationships within their local communities, which is very important, I think, to develop impactful projects and implement projects that utilize technology to tackle key challenges the community is facing in different areas, as it was mentioned earlier. So since site's inception in 2011, there are more than 12 years so far. So we have 218 site groups which have been established in plus 50 countries. You can see here some statistics and also some trends regarding the site membership growth year over year during the last year or so. So we have increased the membership by something like more than 10,000 members. You have also the new site members by years between 2019 and this year. So you see also very interesting trend, reflecting an increase of membership and also the impact we're having globally. You have here also other statistics showing the membership breakdown according to the IEEE grade. So you can see that we have the biggest chunk we have of membership is located within the student and graduate student, and this is quite known because most of the students are have time to volunteer, and it's a very important experience for engineering students worldwide to contribute to the work site is doing. We have also a member grade, which is representing something 25% of the global or the total number of members we have within this group. You have also here the breakdown according to the regions, and here again you see that your region is leading. I think in terms of number of members globally, you have 3/4 of members are residing within region 10. This is something I need to congratulate you on. In this map, you can see also the site group locations in different countries. So we're present everywhere in the globe, and the region, your region is where we have the highest number of groups, as you can see from this map again. Let's focus now on other important aspect, especially for volunteers, is how we can write an HTV side project proposal, from where to start. So what's the first idea? So you have here the basic characteristics of a great proposal. So what's the aim of HTV site? So the aim is to fund projects that provide good use of IEEE expertise, shows the best of what IEEE can offer the community. Technological component is strong. A clear engagement with the community, indicating that the proposed solution is both desired and feasible. So it's very important to, to connect with the local community, to define and work on the proposed projects. Establish relationships, ideally documented, with stakeholders who will be involved in project implementation through clear, detailed, and credible project assessment matrix, project implementation plan, and budget. Also, the team has the combined experience to credibly execute the project. This is very important also to document and to prove, identify and address potential risks, and the project will have real, tangible impact on the community. If a proposal is missing the mark on 2 or more of these areas, it may not be ready for funding. So this is very important to bear in mind when preparing a proposal. What are the common application pitfalls and how to avoid them? So we have some administrative information here. So the first thing is a primary applicant who must be an IEEE professional member or higher and active. So we welcome proposals from student members, but they must have an active IEEE professional member or higher grade as a primary applicant. We check all member numbers before putting an application through to the reviewers. If membership status of the primary applicant is in arrears, it cannot move forward. So arrears means that somebody who did not renew his IEEE membership. We have also the IEEE organizational unit, which should be also involved in this process. So whenever possible, it should be an IEEE section. So HTV generally cannot transfer funds to a society chapter or student branch. It should be, as it said, IEEE section. So please make sure to check with the organizational unit treasurer beforehand about how funds are disbursed and if any fees are incurred with the transfer funds. So we have also funding amount requested that should be also within the limits stated in the call for proposal. We should not, exceed the limit that's fixed for those proposals. And the terms of funding that must be within the limits stated in the call for proposals too. We have also the technology component. So for this aspect, proposals must have a technology component within IEEE designated fields, such as engineering, computer science and information technology, physical sciences, biological and medical sciences, mathematics, technical communications, education, management, and law and policy. We have also the technology application. So the proposals must ensure that the solution includes an application of technology. So pure research project cannot be considered. So it should have impact on community through technology application. We should also be able to measure success. So project must have a clearly articulated plan for impact measurement. General project proposed solution must be developed with the involvement and the participation of specific local beneficiary community. We have also to avoid unnecessary travel or in-person components. Projects will not be considered if they are primarily research or commercial in nature, purely STEM education related, or solely focus on immediate disaster relief, focus on developing medical devices or medical device prototypes. Have also here other aspects like potential risks that so we should spend enough time on its part to identify the potential risk we can have within our project. Documentation of collaboration, we have to make sure to include the documentation, all collaboration and partnership we have in the framework of the proposed project. And we should not include salaries or honorariums for work that could be done by IEEE volunteers in the budget items. Well, we have here also some tips for success. So we have to read carefully the call for proposals to determine if our idea falls within the scope of the funding opportunity, and that we and our team members meet all the eligibility requirements. It also includes a list of questions on the application form you can find also there. So we have also to download the template files, which are required to complete the online proposal before filling out the application, so you can review ahead of time. You can find some additional resources in the HTV website to help applicants write and strong proposals. We can complete even the proposal complete checklist. So this is recently added resource to ensure that the proposal meets all the criteria to advance the evaluation stage of the process. We have also recorded Q&A. You can look at to have more insight about the common pitfalls in completing the new project assessment matrix. You have also the presentation of characteristics of great proposals. So we recommend that you check the also some courses on the IEEE Learning Network, the ILN. Well, it's time to apply. So the call for proposals is already open. So you have a call to support IEEE member grassroots project that utilize technology to address pressing needs of the members' local communities. Powerful opportunities for IEEE site members and groups to utilize technical expertise in their local communities to help IEEE achieve its mission. So you have also the award of between $1,000 to $10,000 per project. And the term of funding is typically up to 6 months. And the final deadline to submit proposals is very close, it's on April 17. So of course, not everyone has the time or team members to undertake a project. Volunteers can use their experience and skill set as a proposal reviewers. This is another probably task you can help us on. So if you can also provide this help, this would be really very invaluable for this project, for this initiative. Now let's move to another important aspect of this presentation that will address how we can establish an IEEE sites group for any students or even members wishing to establish the site group. We can see through this section how it could be done. So submitting a site group petition or getting started through this process. So start a new site group. You need to submit a site group petition form. This is the first step. And before submitting the petition to start a new site group, we have some other aspects to address. You have to check to make sure there is not an existing site group at our section or student branch. You can see the map on the site website homepage that present all the existing site groups. We have also the IEEE rosters or organizational unit analytics if you have access to. You can even write to us. Okay. Review a blank petition form and ahead of time to begin considering your responses to see what are the information required to fill in the form. So please note that only site group petitions submitted via the online portal will be evaluated. So you don't have to send the form through email as an attached file. You should go through the portal. There are also some key elements of a strong site group petition we can review here in this slide. First, the element of local engagement. So it's very important to have some partners, local partners, to support your project or initiative. So you have to identify community with which to partner. So the bonus is if establish partnership with another local organization. Challenge that the local community is facing, identify. You have to identify what kind of challenges we can address. The tentative plan of activities for first year could be working in assistive technology, ICT, agriculture, the list of areas we have listed before. It doesn't have to be a fully developed project proposal. Okay. Humanitarian training and professional development is also a key subject area of training and professional development that are important for site group volunteers in order to implement sustainable and impactful humanitarian projects within their local community. We have here some examples of courses hosted on the IEEE Learning Network, which include Introduction to Sustainable Development, for example, community engagement in project design, project assessment, monitoring and evaluation. We have also many other stuff available through this platform. Site group capacity building to implement sustainable and impactful projects in local communities. Groups need to build various capacities, including, but not limited to, building community partnerships, recruiting and engaging volunteers, and securing funding. So all those trainings are really very key to build the required skills for site groups to enable them to work on impactful project and also to succeed when they submit any proposals to the call for proposals we have. So before submitting your petition, check the items below to ensure the petition you have submitted is complete. First one is the group should have at least 6 active IEEE members. This is a very important requirement. At least one person in the group should have an IEEE membership grade. So within the 6 members, of course, we can have student members or graduate student members, but we should have at least one person in the group as a member grade, okay, or higher. So for a group formed within IEEE student branches, please include your counselor. The counselor is a person, actually a faculty member in most cases, or not a faculty member who will be involved with the group's activities. So the member and organizational unit approval document should include group members' signatures in addition to the signature of the section chair. So it's very important also to involve the section in this process, especially through the signature of the section chair on the form. Now let's see how we can get involved within IEEE HTV site. So there are different ways we can do this. Coming soon, we have the IEEE Site Day. So it will be organized on Friday 28th, and we have many activities scheduled and programmed for this day. And the idea is to foster a spirit of community for the global site network and to increase awareness of IEEE site within IEEE, promote the opportunity to support site financially, and celebrate the impact site volunteers and groups are making. So all site groups are encouraged to host their own event throughout April. So we're not targeting only the 28th of April. It's the whole month that will be subject to different activities and initiatives celebrating the IEEE Site Day. So examples include, here you have a list of few examples: meetups to network and share best practices among site groups in the same region or section, workshops on lessons learned from a project, webinar with invited guest speakers on the group's areas of interest, site or HTV webinar viewing, complete a course together from the HTV site curriculum on the IEEE Learning Network, introduction to IEEE HTV site presentation for your student branch, society chapter or section, site group planning meeting to discuss the 2023 activities. We have also sessions and activities to be hosted by IEEE sites, such as the 24 hours of IEEE site. This is really for the first time we're having this event. It's the 24 hours event organized by sites across the world. So we have presentations from IEEE site groups around the world. Keynote address from the IEEE president. We have also chat with the HTV and site chairs closing event, site award presentation ceremony with the 2022 award recipients, the trivia questions and prizes, etc. There are also some interesting opportunities with HTTP sites for members to submit a project to one of the 2 open calls for proposals. We have one for IEEE members and one specifically for IEEE ComSci chapter, which is Internet for All call for proposals. You can see here, and also the site project. So you can add free site membership to your IEEE membership. Form a site group to assess needs in your local community, apply for financial resources, and implement a sustainable technological solution. Take part in the free online courses on humanitarian technology and sustainable development topics, which are available through the IEEE Learning Network, ILN. You can also donate to the IEEE Site Fund of the IEEE Foundation. So your contribution of any amount helps HTTP Site transform the lives of individuals and communities around the world. For organizational units, we have also other opportunities. For example, you can identify potential opportunities for collaboration and joint programs. You can also publicize HTTP Site opportunities and encourage your members to get involved. Thank you so much for your attention. If you have any questions, I would really be glad to address.
So much, sir, for sharing the insights, in fact, related to the theme of this session. So we have a small token of appreciation for you, sir. Please accept it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again. So with this, we'll move on to the next session. I'll welcome Emiano ma'am, who is current chair for IEEE Region 10 HTA 2023. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Diraj. Okay. Okay, thank you for your kind introduction. Hello, everyone. I'm Emiano, Region 10 Humanitarian Technology Activity Committee Chair 2023. Thank you for joining us today. So today, I'd like to introduce a little bit of sustainable development and humanitarian technology, and why we engineers should think about do action about it. And also, I'd like to introduce our Region 10 humanitarian technology activity. Okay, so today here there are many site chairs, site members, and also I think many members, many student members, R2B members, also non-members are here. So you may hear and know about sustainable development, but let's start with this topic. So sustainable development is economic and social development that meet the need of current generations without compromising the needs, security, and well-being of future generations. So for sustainable development to be achieved, it is crucial to harmonize these core elements: social inclusion, economic growth, and environment protection. Social inclusion, which create greater opportunities for all and reduce inequalities. Environmental protection, which promotes integrated and sustainable management of natural resources and ecosystems. Economic growth, which is sustainable, inclusive, and equitable. These 3 elements are interconnected and all are crucial for the well-being of individuals and societies. Can we engineers play a role in sustainable development? Yes, we can. So sustainable development needs innovation. Engineers play a key role in the design and the development of new products and services. Implementation. Engineers assist in on the ground implementation and the troubleshooting of new technologies. Knowledge and learning. engineers can utilize our skills in data collection and analysis to evaluate and improve projects. So achieving goal sustainable development requires a partnership of government, industry, civil society, and the citizen alike to make sure we leave a better planet for future generations. The UN 2030 Sustainable Development Goals provide a comprehensive framework we can all use to identify areas for improvement and major progress. So the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development was adopted at the United Nations Summit in 2015. This agenda is planned, broad and universal policy agenda with these 70 Sustainable Development Goals with 169 associated targets that are integrated and indivisible. So this is a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity by 2030. So this 2030 agenda seeks to guide member states to transform their approach to achieve inclusive, people-centered, and sustainable development with no one left behind. So the SDGs represent integrated frameworks. This shows the change in one sector creates changes and affect outcomes in other areas. So development must be balanced social, economic, and environmental sustainability. So we need to think creativity to imagine and design integrated solutions that address the systemic root causes of the challenges. So action is required at all levels by everyone. But you may think it is a little bit difficult to act alone. So therefore, we are here in I2B. So I'd like to suggest all of you to think about what we can work together in I2B with our friends and our colleagues. So as you may know, I2B is the world's largest professional association dedicated to advancing technological innovation and excellence for the benefit of humanity. So I2B is an international community, truly unlike any other. We are in a diverse community filled with technology professionals, and all are welcome and all are respected. So there are a lot of opportunities here for collaboration, not only in your university, not only on your section, but also regional or global level. So, for example, humanitarian activities, it's any action promoting human welfare for good of the community. So as Professor Mohammed already mentioned, there are many technology fields, and you can see many topics. I bring these topics from the I2P Region 10 Humanitarian Technology Conference 2023. And Prof. Jadeja, he will introduce about the conference details later my presentation. So you can see many topics related to humanitarian technologies. And an integral part of I2B humanitarian technology activities strategic mission is to offer the educational resources and the training to equip I2B members and the volunteers to impact your local community through sustainable development activities. So you can find more information about the humanitarian technology and the sustainable development. It is also Prof. Mohammed mentioned about this is a free online courses. You can find more information about this information from the website. Okay, so let's move on to the I2B Region 10 humanitarian technology activities. So working together for our future. This is our big message in 2023. So I believe the IEEE's professional diverse community is our strength for promoting sustainable development and the humanitarian activities. And the mission of the Region 10 Humanitarian Technology Activities HTA committee is to inspire professionals and engineers to become socially responsible and be engaged in developing technological solutions, which are cost-effective and sustainable, improving conditions and the livelihood of people, thus making the difference in people's lives. So I'm very happy to working with these wonderful Region 10 HTA committee members from Indonesia, India, Sri Lanka, Japan, China, Thailand, and also Australia. And our HTA objectives, number one is to encourage IEEE members, students, young engineers, and WIN members, also, of course, life members to work in the humanitarian technology areas, especially at the regional level. The number one, two is encourage sections in Region 10 to support and contribute to the humanitarian technology area. And the third one is create awareness and increase the visibility of Region 10 HTA among the IEEE local volunteers regarding the significance of the use of technology for the humanitarian through sessions like today online and also in person by very experienced site volunteers, international humanitarian organizations. Then we Region 10 HTA committee has 4 projects in 2023. Number one is engagement project. The first one is today's session, site shares online meeting. And also we will have a webinar and a training program and for connection with sections, volunteers, and helping members to promote humanitarian effort. So our next webinar will be in May, and we will provide information for submitting the funding, especially a big funding. So we will announce the details very soon. So please join us our webinar in May. And the second one, you may be very interested in these topics, supporting fund. So the Region 10 HTA committee encourage all Region 10 sections to promote humanitarian technology activities. So sections and the site groups can apply for the support fund of Region 10. Region 10 HTA supporting fund is for a humanitarian project in Region 10 that aims to inspire and enable IEEE Region 10 volunteers to carry out and support impactful humanitarian technology and sustainable development activities at the local level, along with collaboration with IEEE local sections or IEEE society with a sustainable development plan. So the main aim of this project is toward identifying the local community problems, developing the technology solutions, and focusing on actual implementation to reach the humanitarian goals. So, and it is also provide opportunities for IEEE members and participants in Region 10 to work and cooperate with NGOs and other organizations for the benefit of advancing technology toward the United Nations SDGs in our region. So the funding we will provide the funding up to $1,000. Our total budget is $4,000. But this is a section matching fund. So if you are in the large section, the section needs to cover the half of 50% of the funding. So if you apply the $500, it means the section also support the $500. So please think and try to apply your project to our Region 10 HTA supporting fund. And also this year, we will provide the HTA challenge makers. It means a travel expense fund, especially helping young leaders, young volunteers to participate in the HTA Impact Congress at the HTC 2023. It's will be up to $500, but this year the HTC conference will be held in the Gujarat section. So for local people, it's will be up to the $250. And also we would like to support more people than five rating here. Then project number three is HTA visibility enhancement. This project will be leverage the project program in Region 10 to promote networking and sharing knowledge and launch new initiatives in support of Region 10 HTA objectives. So we are focusing on the HTA Impact Congress at HTC 2023 because humanitarian technology conference, many people are gathering for the conference, and many people are related to the humanitarian technology. So we will have a HTA Impact Congress during the conference, and we are planning to having the Region 10 site group chairs in-person meeting. So today is a virtual meeting, but we really want to having all of you in person. So please keep your date, the conference date from the 16 to 18 October. Let's meet. Let's have our in-person meeting in Gujarat section. And not decided yet, but we will have the site group chairs in-person meeting one day before the HTC Congress. So we will announce this Region 10 HTA Impact Congress details very soon. So please keep your date and time for attending the HTC conference, also the HTA Impact Congress. Okay, last one is IEEE Region 10 award. So as you already know, Region 10 has annual award, and IEEE Region 10 is supporting and assisting IEEE volunteers in their early careers by creating opportunities for developing platform, volunteering for the Sustainable Development Plan of society. So IEEE Region 10 also recognized the vital role volunteers and affinity groups play in the realization of the objectives, and have launched the annual Region 10 humanitarian technology activities, outstanding volunteers, and the section awards. So the objectives is to recognize the effort and achievement of individuals and affinity groups, sections who has made substantial contribution to solving the local community problems and also obtaining the goal of the IEEE committee. So Region 10 Outstanding Section Award for HTA. This award is recognized sections who has done outstanding works in identifying social issues and made effort to solve those issues through the use of technology or any other means. And also we have the Volunteer Award for HTA. This award is presented annually to IEEE member in Region 10 whose initiatives in humanitarian technological activities had led to the development of project product for the betterment of the society. So the deadline will be 31 May 2023. So so please don't miss this opportunity to apply the nomination. Okay, and I think this one is the last one. So Prof. Lance mentioned the opening. So this is not actually from HTA, but it is also related to humanitarian technology. So I just introduced this great competition. So we, Region 10, had started the robotic competition in 2022. And in 2023, we continued this great opportunities for everyone, especially student members. So this year, this robotic competitions, the theme is robots for managing climate change for a better world. So if you're interested in the competition, please check the website and please join the competition. Okay, this is from me today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for walking us through the HTC plans, project, and various opportunities under it. We have again a small token of appreciation for you, ma'am. Please accept it. Thank you, ma'am. All right. So we'll move onward to the next session. I welcome Rajendra Singh Jadeja, who is current General Co-Chair for HTC 2023. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Dheeraj, for inviting me. And thanks to Professor Lance Pang, thanks to Professor Yami Yano to providing me to opportunity to discuss the HTC 2023 in IEEE Gujarat section at Marward University. So all of you know that IEEE R10HTC is a premier annual cross-disciplinary conference which we are going to organize and hosted by IEEE Gujarat section at Marward University, Rajkot, India, during the month of October, and that will be on 16th October to 18th October. So as per the guidelines of IEEE and as per the guidelines of Sustainable Development Goals, almost we have provided 19 tracks. In chat, I have provided the link. So I request all delegates and all participants to go through it and please check the track. And I request to submit the research papers towards this conference. Second, I also request if you want to contribute to this conference, please let me know, and please feel free to write to our info email, which is available on the website. And if you want to be part of this HTC, please contact us. We are ready to welcome you here in the state of Gujarat at Marward University in the month of October. We have a different conference track as per the Sustainable Development Goals and as per the guidelines of IEEE Region 10. First track is Smart Technologies and IoT for Humanity, which is already available on the website. Second is Smart City and Smart Village. Third, Power and Energy. Next is Environment and Sustainability. Then fifth is Earthquake Engineering and Disaster Management. Next, sixth is Agriculture. So we are going to cover almost all topics of agriculture, which will be impact to the society as well as to the world. Next is a very dominant topic. Next track, Data Science and Engineering. And I think as you can just see what kind of technologies are ongoing in terms of data science and in engineering. Next is Applied Areas of Industry 4.0. So just we'll keep different track here on Industry 4.0, robotics, IoT, cybersecurity, and other things. Then we have 5G technology for humanity, how it will be useful for the humanity and for the society, machine learning for humanity, all we are discussing every day, AI and ML. So we have provided the separate track for this. And next is technologies and innovation in healthcare. All of you know that after COVID-19 pandemic situation, what kind of precautions we need to take care and how healthcare sector is important for entire world. So we have provided the separate track for this. Then AR and VR for humanity, then entertainment and computer gaming for humanity. Next is education, because that is a part of sustainable goal of UNICEF. So education already we have covered this. Next is security and surveillance for humanity, innovation and entrepreneurship. So we are in the state of Gujarat, and all of you know that Gujarat is a very dominant in terms of innovations and entrepreneurship. And a few tracks we have provided for bioinformatics and genomics, which is a healthcare sector. So these are the tracks. We are going to invite the research paper during the month of October here at HTC 2023. So with this, I welcome you all here in IEEE Gujarat section at Marwadi University during the month of October. And we are working with Professor Yami Yano, will provide the separate track for humanitarian technology and for HTC. So please join with us during the month of October, and we'll provide more informations on the website. With this, thank you very much for providing me the opportunity to discuss the HTC 2023 during this meeting. Thanks to Professor Yami and the team members of IEEE site chairs committee members. With this, thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir.
Please feel free to write your questions in chat box if you have related to HTC, and humble request to join during the month of October. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining in and for the announcement.
Thank you, Dheeraj. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, Saurabh. Thank you, every team members.
Thank you, sir. So, all right,
Thank you,
moving ahead. Yes, thank you, sir. So, yeah, moving ahead of our next speaker was supposed to join Deepak Mathur, sir, who is current IEEE Vice President elect for 2023 MGA. He couldn't join us today, although he has a message that our Vice Chair Saurav will just spread it across with you, everyone. Over to you, Saurav.
Yeah, thank you, Dheeraj. And first of all, I'd like to thank everyone who is present here. And on behalf of Deepak sir, it's my pleasure to just thank everyone that and sir stated that this is one of the thing in Region 10 that we weren't able to bring all the side chairs together. It has been it's like starting the side group from 2010 by Amarnath Raja sir till now. We were trying to achieve that all the side chairs has to be on one face. We need to work together. And till now in Region 10, we don't have any good sustainable projects available. To make this sort of event is more important. And I think we have taken a one step ahead, and the Impact Congress that we will be having in October in collaboration with HTC we will be having an in-person side group and side chairs or representatives of different sections coming together. With that, we will collaborate, multiple side group will collaborate and will try to bring on maximum qualitative and sustainable projects, which will be not only for 6 months, which will last for years. And it will also promote the new forms, like people will be taking initiatives, and they will be like they will have multiple opportunities to train their next generation for volunteering. So I even I with this is like I like to thank everyone, and from my side also, being a vice chair for HTA, sir has given me an opportunity 2 years back with working with Emiano ma'am, Professor Lansfong sir, Deepak sir, and Dr. Jingdong ma'am. I am really happy to share that we are getting good numbers in and good proposals and lots of good ideas are coming up. So with that, we are looking forward that everyone will spread a word about support funds, and also they'll take an opportunity for travel grants to come to HTC. If not, I'll also suggest that they can reach out to their sections for their travel supports, because this will be some decisions that will definitely drive your sections and your visibility in humanitarian efforts. So thank you everyone, and I think we'll take the Q&A and even the agenda, like side day celebrations are coming. So this forum, we can utilize it to have a collaborative activities among the side chairs across region 10. Thank you, Dheeraj. Now over to you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Saurav.
Thank you, Saurav.
And definitely we'll provide a separate track and space and everything here at Marwari University. If any students or if any volunteers wants to travel here, definitely we'll provide support to them in terms of accommodations and in terms of traveling. Please
Yes, sir.
feel free to write to us.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
So thank you, Saurav. Thank you, sir, once again on bringing people on the same page. And I'll also highlight this fact. Do reach us, do reach sir in terms of from your local support to these from this section, so that you will be also you can directly contribute towards the track, theme, and your recognition too and networking. So with this, we are now open for any questions that we have from the audience.
I think we can unmute all the participants.
If you have any question, please raise your hand. I can unmute.
So please raise your hands if you have any
raise your
questions.
hand. Or any comment or
Dheeraj, actually, yeah, we had one question earlier, so we can take that one.
Yeah, all right. So we had one question. Please to be a member means that we must be a professional member with 5 or 6 students member to participate.
I think, I like to frame that question. So actually, that question is for Professor Mohammad Isadi, sir. So actually, with that question, Professor Bomsar is trying to say that to have any activity with side group, do we require 6 members, or else only a single person can initiate an activity? Sir, do correct me if I'm wrong. I'm unmute. Request to unmute you.
Okay, thank you so much for the this question. I think the requirement to establish a side group is clear in terms of number of members. We need 6, as it was stated earlier in my presentation, 6 members, and from the 6 members, we need one, a high grade member. Right? It should be member. We're not talking about 6 student members or graduate student members. We need to have also one faculty members with them. If we're talking about students, for example, in a university wishing to establish a side group, we can have 6 students, but we need, of course, to have, for example, a counselor if it is a student branch, or faculty with the required IEEE membership grade. So we should have either IEEE member grade or higher. So that's the requirement.
Then how about the graduate student members? Well, will they be considered as an equivalent to a high grade member? Because well, for graduate student member, they also enjoy the same benefit as the high grade members.
Well, I think the requirement is to have a faculty, or because most of the cases we have a student coming up with a group of 6 or probably more students wishing to establish a side group, and it's always required to have a faculty faculty with them as a mentor, or And I think the graduate student member could not have this status. That's what it's required to have real member. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone, any questions?
I think there are a couple of hands being raised from the
Yeah,
attendees.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
address them.
yeah.
I think it's easy to make a panelist for if they have a question.
I think we
So,
can make them panelists
yeah,
with the
okay.
raise hand. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi, this is Prakash. I have just mentioned one question, so if you allow me, let me read that question again. So specifically, again, very good afternoon, good evening to everybody. It's really nice presentations. You know, I have attended. Only one point from Miss Emiano, if she respond. How is there any framework how you will assess or measure the HTA funded project? I mean the return on the investment. That's not in terms of money, but socially. Like, you know, we often use SROI platforms. So is there anything that you guys are going to keeping as a requirement, or it's open? That's, you know, maybe or may not be.
It means how to evaluate the funding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, we will announce the how to evaluate the funding winner. So, and also, we are this time for Region 10 HTA funding. So it is not for the big project. So because the budget is not so big, so it's okay from the small event or small project in your local sections. So we will announce the how to evaluate how to select the funding winners before the selected.
Okay.
Thank you for your question.
Thanks.
Thank you. We have another question from Mr. Muhammad Hafiz to Emiano ma'am. What is the timeline for R10HTA supporting fund and R10 change makers? When is the application opens?
Yeah, now we are planning the funding program. So we hope that we will start the announcement during the April. By the end of April, so in this month.
Yeah, hope this is understood. We have another question. Is there any timeline for site group formation since the initiation process, I assume?
Yes.
So, Mr. Mohammad Hafiz, can we speak if it is understood?
For the first
question, yeah. You're audible.
That's already answered and understood. For the site group formation, is there any application timeline, the due date for submission and so on? And then the follow-up question on the site group for Prof. Mohammed. Once a site group has been approved for formation, is there any requirement such as that we need to submit quarterly report and so on to sustain the or to make sure that it's an active site group?
Well, regarding the timeline, I think there's no specific timeline for the site group formation application. So once you have, I think, the required number of members and also the required other requirements, already indicated, you can just, you know, provide submit the application form for the requesting the formation of the site group. While I think for the reporting aspect, I think for the side project, this is a very important question, and this there are some requirements for the reporting of the side project that you know, follows some specific template provided by IEEE, but also some timeline, because you know, also to use the V2's platform to provide the reporting.
All right, thank you very much, Prof. Muhammad.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I see Mr. Lakshan raising his hand. You can unmute and yeah, have your question.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Morocco.
Please go ahead. Yep.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to ask the question. So I wanted to ask, last time when I was submitting the proposal for the site group, site funding, there was a problem that only members can apply for the funding. Like I was in a graduate student member status, so I couldn't apply for the funding because it required a member to submit the funding. I'd like to do a request from Professor Muhammad to make it like it is okay to have a member it is like required to have a member in the group, but make it available to submit a proposal from a student member, sorry, graduate student member side as well. Thank you very much.
Well, as it was explained earlier, there is a requirement for the formation of the site group, and also for the application of the for the site funding. And the funding should also go to the section. You should also have the approval, or the in some way the approval of the section to be part of this process. And so once it's done, I think it's just a process that can allow to, you know, to address probably the need of the site group in a way that the section is involved, and also the site group can benefit from the funding it gets from the R10HTA site to cover all the expenses related to the proposed project. So I think this is a requirement, and that's already fixed by, you know, IEEE HTV for the site proposals. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much, Professor Mohammed.
So we have Zakaria who is raising hand. You can unmute and have your question, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So I'm computer science student from Morocco. First of all, I wanted to give special thanks to all of you for being here and for sacrificing your time for us. All for one united goal, which is volunteering and solving problems of the world. I had two questions, if possible. First of all, I wanted to know if the competition focuses more on the idea or on making the solution. For example, do I really have to complete the solution before submitting, or it's okay if it's not complete, but the idea is?
Probably I can answer this question. So when you submit a proposal for site funding, I think you have already identified a problem within a community. You have also partnership established with, you know, an institution within your community. And so in some way you have the idea already identified that could be addressed using technology. We have seen several examples of projects either for water, sanitation, health, agriculture, rural electrification, and so on and so forth. So I think there are many interesting ideas we can have, and that could have very strong impact on our communities. And it's also very important to have some partnerships with the local institutions that will support this this project or this idea.
Hope is answered. Understood. Yeah, thank you. We have Digant who has some question.
Thank you, Dheeraj, for allowing me. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So I was having a question that I am acting as a faculty branch counselor for Silver Oak University student branch, and we have filed a petition for site group on February 2022 this year. So I want to know that what are the how much time it takes to get this site group petition approved, and how will we be acknowledged if our petition is approved or not?
So maybe Professor
Actually,
can
you
answer.
you might have actually submitted the proposal via Fountain software, so you can trace the queries raised by the team. If there is any queries, then it will be reflected there, or else you can reach out to Professor Mohammad Isadi sir or HTB team, and your site groups will be formed in minimum 45 days time.
Mhm. So you can check the status on the petition site, I think.
Hope that is answered. And yeah, so we have Sunita Bibi. You can unmute and have your question, please.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Hi all. Good day to all. Myself, Professor Sunida from Kerala section. I am very happy to be here. And first of all, I would like to congratulate all of you for organizing such a site chairs meeting first time. I think it's first time we are organizing such a meeting. And special congratulations to Yemi. I think you remember. And have a nice time to all. And my question is how to publish our work, the side project work happening in our section, how to publish this to all the site groups, where to send this report to publish or to the site newsletter, how to reach you. Hello?
Yeah, so maybe
you got my question?
Probably I can pick this question if you allow me.
Please.
Sure. So I think that the reporting required in the framework of the site proposal or project is part of the publication, because you should report on due time the progress made on the project, any outcome, any results, any impact you have on the ground. This is a part of the publication, but there will be also some events organized. For example, in the framework of the IEEE Day, we have the 24 hours event. So I think this is a wonderful opportunity for you. If you have any project, you can, showcase and share with the other site groups, not only in Region 8, but at the global scale within IEEE. That's a really wonderful opportunity offered to us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
In between, I would like to thank Deepak sir once again for joining in and finding some time out of his hectic schedule. So we just had a message on behalf of you by Saurabh. Although if you have anything that you want to share, over to you, sir.
So thank you, Dheeraj, for the invitation. I am really very sorry that I joined at this last moment. Just to add what just now told by the professor regarding the question of Sunita Bibi. We have Region 10 HTC, that is Humanitarian Technology Conference, which provides an excellent opportunity to present, showcase, and demonstrate the work in the field of humanitarian technology. So, and that is going to happen this year in Gujarat. And And I would like to request each one of you that take note of that and try to send your publication, try to send your work, which can be showcased in that particular conference. Just for the information. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I see a hand raised by Bosmar. You can unmute and have your question.
Yes. I would like to thank all of you about this participation or your presentation today. I would like to complete the question of the career concerning the submission. For the site competition, I will put you in our real situation. We are already a team. We have already coded our solution, but we haven't yet a partners. So could we submit it and can they accept it, or maybe we just have to wait until another date competition to participate? Thank you.
Was it clear to the speakers? If anyone can answer.
Yes, I think so. Well, I probably I didn't understand quite well the question, but anyway, probably from what I understood, having a partner is very important, I think, for site project. It's a requirement, actually. It's a requirement to establish a site group, and it's also a requirement for the site proposal. And if you have already a good idea that addresses any humanitarian challenges using technology, I think it's quite easy to find a partner within your community. I think it's something you can easily have. So you can just probably look around in your community and identify the best partner to work with you on your project.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I see one question by Mr. Lakshan. Can we consider a building computer lab or project like this for funding? Maybe is with you, Pisadi sir.
Can you repeat the question? Sorry, I didn't
so there's one question by Mr. Lakshan. He is asking, can we consider a building computer lab or project like this for funding?
I don't know, because you know, the maximum amount of money we can get from the site proposal is around is up to $5,000 or $6,000 US. I don't know if this amount of money would be enough. Probably we can actually help probably equip some schools for computer lab. This could be in framework of a product with a holistic vision, probably to contribute to developing education within STEM education, for example, within the specific community, having the required partnership, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
I hope you are answered and rightly mentioned. You will have to have something that justifies the impact before considering any such kind of opportunities. So I think.
Yeah. Lakshan, actually, I will also like to add few things. If you go through some of the smart village projects, if you go towards the case studies, there are few projects where building of computer labs has been set up. But it is not only computer lab. They have a specific STEM related objective for teaching the students about the computer related activities or courses. So if there is a certain objective like that, so you can apply for special funding from the site or societies. Some of the societies will be happy to help you out.
So all right, I think there's no question, and we are rightly on time. I once again request all the side chairs, if you have any question that you want to be answered here, then we can take it.
Dheeraj, there are two questions that I think we have not taken.
Okay.
One is like from Nitin. Nitin, can you unmute yourself, or?
Yeah, Nitin, can you unmute and have your question here?
Yeah, sure. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Okay, I mean, like the question first was related towards the Gujarat conference. So, what is the sustainable plan for conference projects that will be ensuring how impactful the project will be last long? Means like how it will be that will be accountable in this particular case. And second thing is that as day wise we are changing the web portals. So the previous projects that has to be on the IEEE site, people not able to aware of what things are done in the previous case. So for that case, I just wanted to propose that we create a roadmap for the IEEE site missions, and whatever contribution that has to be taken by various kinds of mistake or contributors previously. So we can keep a mistake of blocks of that or certain kind of video sections so that it can be associated with the IEEE TV and newsletters. It's like furthermore we can link up and showcase more things that is going on the site group.
Okay, thanks for your suggestion. I think it's more onto a suggestion to everyone. I will definitely consider that. Thanks, Nitin. Okay, Saurabh, you mentioned another question if I missed in the chat box.
Yeah, there is another question from Devanand. So he's asking, where should we update our activity to publish in site newsletter? So it is the question is more inclined towards Professor Mohammad Isadi sir. So do we have any newsletter or something? For Region 10, we have a newsletter, but for site, do we have special?
Yeah, actually, we have a newsletter for sites, and you're welcome to submit any articles or news you would like to publish in that. I think I don't know if I've shared some link to the or email address to this newsletter, but anyway, I can do that later on. I share it with the organizers. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. So I'll request Amy ma'am to just have a vote of thanks. Thank you, everyone. Again, over to you, Amy ma'am.
Thank you very much. So on behalf of the Region 10 HTA committee, I'd like to thank again all speakers today, Prof. Lance, Prof. Mohammed, Prof. Jadeja, and Deepak sir for joining us today. And I would like to say this session has been a very insightful and informative session. And thanks again, all speakers, and thanks again, everyone who are joining us today. Okay, before the ending, so let's take pictures all together.
Yeah.
So now you are on the stage, so please turn on your camera if you can.
So we'll request everyone to turn on their cameras so that we can have a good team photograph, please.
So I also request everyone to turn on their cameras. We can capture this moment and
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Please. We are waiting. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yay. I think we have more participants. Maybe one more. Okay, try again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Yay. Okay, please wait one more because we have 2 pages now. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Again. Bye. Okay, I think it's okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Good evening,
Goodbye.
everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak sir, for joining.